happy, and that's really all that matters at this point. 68,000 orders already placed today. In fact, in PM Style, I took over 13,000. Colors are selling out, colors are getting limited, and we've got a decision to make because you don't find prices like $28 for orthotic shoes that not only have the arch support and the deep heel cup that you're looking for, and this one even a metatarsal dome that gives your ball of your foot a little massage. This also has massive amounts of cushioning. So this one is going to make you feel so comfortable because of all that padding. It's A637819. A price point of $28 only today, and an easy pay of $9. I'm gonna get to the table so I can go ahead and show off some colors to you. $9 through easy pay can bring it home. Here are our choices. If you join me at the center, this is your black option, limited. If you move over here, this is your off-white choice. We're actually calling it warm white to be exact, but instead of being stark white and pristine white, it's got this warm touch to it. If we wheel the table around, this is your gray choice right here. Then you've got your mauve, and lots of these are exclusive to QVC, by the way. Mauve shadow does have a little bit more of like a purple color to it versus a pink, because, you know, mauve can be either way sometimes. And there's only 1,900 to go around in the mauve. Navy is limited. It will be the next to sell out. There's fewer than 500 to go around in the navy. And then one of my favorite colors right here, Georgia Peach. Now, if you are shopping for Georgia Peach, which I do like saying like that, Georgia Peach is gonna be bright and poppy and full of color, and it looks awesome on your outfits. Check out my feet real quick, because not only the arch support that we've come to know and love from Revitalign, but if I lift my Kim Gravel jeans up, check that out. Look at all that mooey, gooey cushioning, because your slippers might not be doing that for you. And when you get home and you've got dishes and laundry and let the dog out and let the dog in and let the dog out and let the dog in, and you're constantly standing up and doing all of that, you're gonna wish that you had these. Use them as house slippers right now. Use them as pedicure slippers when you run out to the nail salon. And at $28, you betcha, grab not just a color, but many a color tonight so that you are all set for spring and summer. In fact, one more time, I'm gonna wheel this baby around because $28 is hard to come by. These should be $50. I've seen similar styles out there with less cushioning, without the arch support, and even more than $50. Black, gray, your mauve, last call in navy, Georgia Peach, and warm white. You're going shopping not only with a woman who loves fashion, but with a man who loves to take care of foot health. He does not want you to have the aches and the pains and the breaks and the this and the that. So he recommends Revitalign and orthotic support. His name is Dr. Nick Pagano, and he's been educating us all day on this. And we're already busy. I mean, hundreds of orders already in the outlet. $28, that's an outlet price for sure, but a brand new style.
Yeah, and our today's special value, like I'm just so happy because I think if you are new to Revitalign, Amy,
yes,
what a great introduction to the brand, because we're able to bring you this recovery sandal. But our recovery sandal, what separates us from the others is the ability, because Revitalign has been creating orthotics for over 50 years with over 100 million pairs of inserts that you would put into your shoes. We've built that into our recovery sandal. And that's why the Strive is so special. You have a good amount of compression molded EVA in one piece, but built into it is our full contact comfort footbed. Amy, it's a deep heel cup that cradles and aligns the heel. Then as the foot is flat on the ground, the inner and outer arch is supported, balancing you, guiding you into our metatarsal dome. That's that green icon that you see there. This allows us to relieve stress and strain from the ball of the foot. So every step that you take, we're able to read and react no matter what your foot type is. And the reason why is because what you're seeing here, this is what's called a thermal graphic. And on the left-hand side, the thermal graphic, it shows where there's support based off of the color and how much pressure. The one on the left is a regular insole. When I look at that, I see all the black area because that is where there's no support. And at the end of the day, that is fatigue. That is tired. That's your foot moving abnormally, not controlled. Look at ours on the left, on the right-hand side. You see the full silhouette of the foot, but what I want you to notice is the heel, the inside and outer arch, but then that metatarsal dome, and the blue coloring is an oasis because it's relaxation, because it's taking pressure off.
That's
and
a
it
good
is
word.
building.
Relaxation.
Isn't it nice?
Imagine when your foot is in a sandal and it's relaxation. Then the whole body just kind of goes with the flow and you calm down and life is good. And doesn't that feel like what you would want after you've been out all day in a boot with a heel or a high heel or even some sort of shoe that really didn't support you? This is how you do the dishes and the laundry and cook the meal now. This is how you get prepared for spring and summer with $28 as your price point, by the way, not $50. I mean, Dr. Nick, you did a big deal last year, this time of year, by the way, and it flew out the door. So we just knew our customer would be ready for this style, for this price. And so A637819, 71,000 orders. Oh, sorry, 70,000 orders placed today.
It's wonderful. As a podiatrist, I love the fact that people are going to get the benefits of the promotion of foot health, building it from the foundation and growing your health, but also the comfort. The look of it, very in right now. You know, I can tell you at walking around, like up at my daughter's soccer, adults, kids are all wearing this style of shoe out, but you don't have to be playing sports.
Correct.
Right? This is for any foot type and for anybody. You know, Amy, you know, she just smiles all the time, but I think she's smiling more today.
That Amy or this Amy? Because
both
we're
Amy's.
all smiling.
Amy,
I know.
both Amy's.
Right, and Amy's got the mauve on. Look at that pretty feminine color. Gabrielle has on the Georgia peach. I want to show you the colors again, because if you're not choosing what you want now, we're going to end up choosing it for you, meaning sizes are going to be gone and even more colors are going to disappear. I'll tell you, this is the real life me. So I have Revitalign recovery slides in my dressing room, and when I am half dressed and just in sweatpants and a t-shirt, but doing hair and makeup and eating more snacks and caffeinating, I walk around in my recovery shoes, and then sometimes I get my show outfit on and I look just like this, and it's very last minute where I put my heels on. And I'm not saying give up your heels, because you know I wear them. I want to look taller on television, which is why. But when I get off, these go on. And in the summer, especially in sand, oh my gosh, the older I get, the worse walking on sand feels on my feet. You can clean these and wash these off. Get prepared with the $28 price instead of paying $50, and grab a color that would be a great in-house shoe, and then grab a color that you're gonna love wearing for spring. I'm in the gray tonight. Great option if you ask me, or should I say gray option.
Well done.
Thank
well
you,
done.
thank you.
Well done.
2/3 of our quantity already gone in the gray. Tell me about the warm white choice.
So you actually, in the last show, you had on a white t-shirt, and it was a great example because this is a little bit.
Want to see him on?
A little bit of the warmer white. So I actually love that it's almost like a marshmallow. So it's that nice cream color, but it accentuates the beauty of the sandal itself, because you can really see the etching, really frames the foot beautifully. But actually, Amy, while you're standing on it, look at the cushioning. Like, your foot is enveloped in this pad. So every step that you're going to take with the benefits of the full contact comfort footbed from Revitalign, you're getting that recovery, that active recovery we like to call it.
They're so comfy. And you can clean them, by the way. Honestly, you know how I've cleaned mine? I know you said you could do washing machine, but I've even taken a cleaning brush and a little dish soap and clean mine that way. So that's your warm white. Georgia peach.
Georgia peach, I love it. It's almost like it's the party on the dance floor, because the Georgia peach.
Not the panic on the dance floor.
Not panic
on the dance floor.
But the beautiful color of it, that pop of color, a lot of personality built into the Georgia peach. And I will say, and on camera, it's a little bit more monochromatic, more muted, but it is definitely a beautiful personality color.
Agreed. All right, we can talk about navy, but we are not going to linger on navy.
No.
Because there are now fewer than 300 to go around.
Okay. That navy, our pea coat colors, which we've done in the Siesta, in all of our shoes. I love the blues that we do. It's hard. Blue is one of my favorite colors in a shoe. But the ability to have that nice color, you mentioned earlier about like in jeans and the versatility of them, but just a nice base color off of black. You had mentioned that the black was also...
Black's just been loved all day. I was thinking too, black, like if you take yoga or Pilates, you know, you're not often in gyms allowed to wear your shoes into the studio space. So a lot of women wear flip-flops and slides. So this is what, you know, you can wear your boot while driving to the gym, but then have this in your bag and then you can change in the locker room and wear this into the studio and slide right out of it.
Beautiful, yeah. And the other thing too about that is when I place my hand, and I just wanted to mention the windowing that is present. That allows for wonderful airflow because we're expecting you to be barefoot, but this also has our antimicrobial. You can see here, Amy, these rivets. It's almost like a nice massage, but it also helps with the performance of the full contact comfort footbed to kind of secure the foot on, as well as I mean, the width of my hand, a wonderful amount of coverage. So the security is going to be there with that deep heel cupping. You know, there's just a lot to say.
And we've loved the black all day, but there is one more color. And again, your price point today is $28 instead of the typical $50. Instead of spending even more than that elsewhere, this is Mauve Shadow, exclusive to QVC. And now there's fewer than 1,500 to go around. If you can, maybe you get more than one here and you pick like the Georgia Peach or the Mauve Shadow, and then you do one of the nice neutrals. $9 is the easy pay, so you'd be looking at like a little bit more than $18, $19 per month to get two, give or take, because I know there's shipping and handling and tax involved too, but just kind of rounding. And when you get these home, it's everything. It is style. Like, this is what the women are wearing these days, whether it's at home and in our house or out around town, and especially when the better weather gets here. But it's also everything you've ever loved about Revitalign. There's arch support in here. There is that deep heel cup. There is that dome massaging the ball of my foot, and then this massive, massive amount of EVA for all that cushion. That's what recovers the feet. That's
the recovery built in. That's the active recovery. That shock absorption that the fusion technology brings with that compression one-piece EVA, compression molded EVA, allows for it to mold to your feet. But I'm watching your heel bounce down. It's like you're on a trampoline. That actually...
I haven't been on a trampoline in years.
Me neither. They're dangerous. That's what I tell my kids. But you know, being able to have our orthotic built into these recoveries helps with fighting foot fatigue. We talked about the motions of the foot and that thermal graphic, but just the amount of EVA, the shock absorption. Shock absorption with EVA, that's the white material that absorbs all the shock in a running shoe. And we're talking about people, you know, running marathons and this type of thing, but that's where that recovery comes from, that orthotic grade support, the full contact comfort footbed. And just to wrap it up in this beautiful slide sandal, you're getting the recovery. Your feet are gonna thank you. You like the song, right? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Knees and toes.
Right, you're going to have that wonderful comfort to it.
Well, and I will tell you too, I did remember that I forgot in this presentation to talk about sizing.
Yeah.
Whole sizes. If you're a half size customer, meaning you usually go 7.5, 9.5, etc., you're going to size up one. You're going to size up,
and yeah, exactly. And the regular sizes fit perfectly. This is our orthotic. You saw a deep heel cup. You saw our orthotic support is on the inside and the outside arch, and then that green area is our metatarsal dome. So it's these components that separate us, because one of the things with our arch supports, and you can see it in this thermal graphic, is the heel cup. By having the depth of the heel cup, it's really going to cradle that heel in, which helps with shock absorption. But then having both sides, and you see it on the right-hand side, both sides of the arch are supported. On the left-hand side, the regular footbed, Amy, there's no support on the inside of the arch. Just looking at it, you're going to have that tiredness at the end of the day. And then that metatarsal dome, which is located right in this area. The blue area on a thermal graphic represents relief of pressure. So you can see all of that red on the left-hand side. It's just in the toes and the heel where you strike when you're wearing ours. that's going to go a long way, 10, 20,000 steps, or just being around your house, because people wear this as slippers.
You're right.
Yeah.
72,000 orders placed, with navy about to sell out. So it's navy and black. If you want something dark, navy less, call. Gray, maybe in that deep level, but not as dark as your navy and black, so it becomes more of a neutral. 2/3 of our quantity gone. I mean, that creamy off-white